Okay, I want you to picture someone, just for a second. Picture the smiling face of the internet.
Right.
The guy who gives away islands, pays for, 1,000 people's eye surgeries, hands out briefcases of cash, the ultimate YouTube good guy.
You're talking about Jimmy Donaldson, of course. MrBeast.
Exactly. The philanthropic golden boy. Now, hold that image and contrast it with a text message sent at, 6 in the morning.
Oh, I know this one.
Where that same guy says about his own company, I'll just let it die.
Where the text where he calls a business partner dead to me talks about wanting to, and I quote, throw a grenade into the room.
It's a really jarring contrast, and today that's what we're unpacking, the spectacular rise and the incredibly messy, litigious fall of MrBeast Burger.
And this isn't just internet drama. I mean, this story has everything. Raw meat, billion-dollar lawsuits.
Wow.
It's a huge clash of egos.
It really is. And it's the perfect case study for maybe the dark side of the whole creator economy.
It is. We're looking at a whole stack of leaked texts, court depositions, internal documents. All of it really peels back the curtain.
So the mission for this deep dive is to figure out what happens when that obsession with perfection collides with the messy, uncontrollable reality of the food business.
It's a cautionary tale. It shows what can go wrong when a creator hands over control.
Yeah, a huge mistake. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so to understand how this whole train derailed, we have to go back to how it left the station. So rewind to late 2020.
Right. The world's in lockdown. Everyone's at home ordering delivery.
And MrBeast announces he's opening a restaurant chain.
But not just a restaurant. And that, I think, is the key thing here. He didn't open one store in Times Square.
No, he opened 300 overnight.
300 locations. I mean, just think about that.
That sounds impossible. Just logistically, it took McDonald's years to get to 300. How do you do that in a day?
Well, you don't build them, you borrow them.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the core concept of the ghost kitchen.
Virtual dining.
Exactly. It's crucial to understanding why this whole thing, eventually failed.
Yeah.
MrBeast Burger didn't have its own buildings. There was no sign out front.
So if I ordered a beast-style burger on Uber Eats back then, where was it actually coming from?
An existing restaurant. It could be, your local mom-and-pop Italian place, or a big chain like Red Robin or Buca di Beppo.
Places that have, what's the term, excess capacity.
Exactly. If a kitchen can make 500 meals a day, but they're only selling like 300 orders of spaghetti.
They have downtime. The staff's there. The grills are hot.
Right. So a company called Virtual Dining Concepts, DVC, they come in and say, hey, while you're making spaghetti, why not throw these burgers on the grill too?
We'll give you the recipe, the packaging.
Yeah.
You just cook it.
Sounds like a genius model on paper. Low overhead. You can scale instantly. It's basically Uber for burgers.
In theory, yeah. And the guy behind VDC, Robert Earl, he's a whole other character in this story.
Oh, completely. You have the two players here. On one side, Jimmy Donaldson. He's, 22 at the time?
Just a kid, really. A digital native, obsessed with YouTube.
And on the other side, you have Robert Earl.
Who is he?
He's a totally different species. A British restaurateur, the guy who founded Planet Hollywood.
Planet Hollywood. So he's hanging out with Schwarzenegger and Bruce Willis in the 90s?
Totally. Old school Hollywood and hospitality. So you have a 22-year-old YouTuber and a guy who pals around with the Terminator.
Culturally, different planets.
Right. Earl sees IP, intellectual property. He sees MrBeast and just thinks, marketing channel.
And Jimmy sees Earl and thinks, shortcut. A way to become a business mogul without peeling a single potato.
And for a while it worked. I mean, it worked incredibly well.
It was probably the biggest virtual brand launch in history, right?
By far.
I remember that launch video, the pop-up in his hometown, Greenville.
It wasn't just a burger stand. It was a total spectacle. He was literally handing out wads of cash, free iPads with the burgers.
That's his whole brand. Stunt philanthropy.
And the numbers were just staggering. That video got 200 million views. They sold 1 million sandwiches in a couple of months.
And expanded from 300 to over 1,000 locations.
1,000. Almost overnight. For reference, it took Chipotle decades to hit that scale. MrBeast Burger did it in weeks.
And you can see in these leaked texts, the hype went straight to his head. He's giddy.
Oh, yeah. He's talking about a $10 billion IPO, merging it with his candy brand, Feastables.
He literally texted his cousin saying he wanted to, quote, run circles around Nestle.
And become a god in the food space.
A god? That's some serious hubris. He thought he'd won. But he was totally ignoring the crack in the foundation.
He was looking at the marketing metrics, not the operational reality.
And that reality started smelling a lot like undercooked beef.
And soggy buns. And missing toppings.
Yeah, pretty quickly the dream started to sour. Fans weren't posting photos of cash anymore. They were posting photos of raw meat.
Just completely wrong orders, inedible food.
And this brings us right back to the ghost kitchen problem. This is where that model just breaks down.
It's like a game of whack-a-mole.
That's a great analogy because you have burgers being made in 1,000 different kitchens by people who don't work for you.
Exactly. One kitchen in Ohio might be great. The one down the street might serve it raw. And Jimmy, sitting in North Carolina, he has zero control.
Right. In a normal franchise like McDonald's, you control everything. The training, the grill temperature, the supply chain.
You own the process. In this model, you are explicitly trading control for speed.
And VDC, the partner company, they even had data on this. They said an error rate of about 5% was just standard for the industry.
Which, in the restaurant business, maybe it is.
Yeah.
You know, if you go to a local diner and the fries are cold, you send them back. The restaurant doesn't collapse.
But when you're a creator and your entire career is built on reputation,
5% is a disaster. If you serve 1 million burgers, that's 50,000 angry fans. And they aren't just customers, they're there. They're stands, they're online.
they make TikToks about how you betrayed them. It's personal.
It attacks the brand directly. I don't blame Ronald McDonald for a bad burger. I blame the local store. Here, I blame Jimmy.
And Jimmy took it personally. There's this amazing quote in the lawsuit where he references Joe DiMaggio.
The baseball player, yeah.
He said, "There is always a kid who may be seeing me for the first time. I owe him my best."
Which is a noble sentiment. It's why he's successful. He obsesses.
But then he tried to apply that perfectionism to a logistical nightmare. The sources say he proposed a system
Oh, this is wild.
where every single restaurant had to take a photo of every single burger before serving it.
A photo of every burger before it goes in the bag.
Can you imagine?
No.
Yeah.
Industry experts called it operationally impossible. Think about a line cook at Red Robin during the lunch rush.
Right. He's got 10 orders of fries, pasta, 5 beast burgers.
And you want him to stop, wipe his hands, grab an iPad, take a picture, wait for approval. The food would be stone cold.
It just shows the complete clash of philosophies. VDC is saying, mistakes happen, look at the revenue.
And MrBeast is saying, no, I need to obsess over this. My name is on the wrapper.
And that disconnect is where it all started to melt down. And it got ugly.
Very ugly.
We've got these texts from 2023. This is the guy who builds wells in Africa, and he's texting friends saying, I couldn't care less about it.
He calls his partners pieces of shit.
And let's throw a grenade in the room of VDC.
There's even a story about a meeting where he got so frustrated he started banging a clothes hanger on the table.
It's a picture of someone who is used to having absolute control, right? On YouTube, he's the director, editor, star.
If a video isn't perfect, he scraps it. He spends millions on videos he never even uploads.
And now he's trapped in a car he can't steer.
So he comes up with a plan, what the sources call his gigabrain play.
Giga brain play. You just have to love the internet speak.
It's amazing.
So what was the plan?
Well, it was all laid out in his text. Step 1, win the lawsuit he was about to file. Step 2, kill the VDC deal completely.
Burn it to the ground.
Right. But then step 3, restart MrBeast Burger 2.0, but this time with a giant partner.
Like a McDonald's or a Burger King?
Someone who actually knows quality control. He thought he would do $100 million in sales, sell the brand for $400 million.
And he called it a legendary dub, a legendary win.
Which is a huge assumption that McDonald's would even want to partner with him after all this.
And instead of a legendary dub, he went scorched earth.
Totally. He went to the one place he knew he had more power than VDC, Twitter.
He starts tweeting that he signed a bad deal when he's young, that he wished he could just shut the whole thing down.
Imagine being his business partner. You've invested millions, and the face of the brand is tweeting, I wish this didn't exist.
It's corporate suicide. And it was catastrophic for the business. The revenue just tanked.
Yeah, it went from about $64 million in 2022 down to $45 million in 2023.
And all the future deals collapsed.
All of them. Robert Earl testified they had deals with supermarkets, a huge expansion with Red Robin, all gone. VDC basically called it sabotage.
So that's the legal battle. MrBeast sues first, saying, your bad food is ruining my reputation.
The damage to my personal brand is worth more than the burger money. He wants out of the contract.
And VDC countersues?
They say, no, You are sabotaging a growing business because you have seller's remorse. You want a better deal.
Their argument is it was working until you stopped promoting it and started attacking it.
Exactly. It's a total mess. But while this burger empire was burning, he was quietly building something else. Something that actually worked.
Feastables, the chocolate bars.
The chocolate bars.
So why did the chocolate work when the burgers failed? They're both food, both MrBeast. Why is one a dumpster fire and the other a gold mine?
One word. Control.
He learned his lesson.
He learned the hard way. With Feastables, he didn't just license his name. He didn't just slap a sticker on someone else's candy bar.
He built the company.
From the ground up. He hired a CEO from Silicon Valley, built a team of 450 people in Greenville. He sourced the cocoa. He obsessed over the packaging.
So he went from ghost kitchen to in-house.
Completely. He said it in a deposition. I just obsess over the product. And with a candy bar, you can do that.
Right, the logistics are totally different.
A chocolate bar is shelf-stable. You make it in one factory, you check it, you wrap it. Every bar is identical. You remove the human error.
Unlike a burger, which has to be cooked fresh in 1,000 different places by 1,000 different people.
Exactly. And the results speak for themselves. Feastables hit $200 million in revenue in 2024. And it's profitable.
And because of that, his parent company, Beast Industries, just raised money at a $5 billion valuation.
$5 billion.
That is tech unicorn territory.
And it validates the whole lesson here.
Mm-hmm.
In the creator economy, you can license, which is easy and fast, but super risky.
Yeah.
That's the burger model.
Or you can operate, which is hard and slow, but you own it. You control it. That's the Feastables model.
He realized his brand is just too valuable to trust to anyone else.
But here's the ultimate irony. Even though he's pivoted, even though he calls the burger brand dead to him.
It's a zombie brand.
Explain that. A zombie brand.
Well, the lawsuit is still ongoing. It's not settled.
Mm-hmm.
And because VDC still holds the contract, you can still order a MrBeast Burger in certain parts of the world.
No way. I thought he killed it.
Nope. You can go to Singapore or Switzerland. The kitchens are still running. The website's still up.
And it still has his face on it.
A big picture of Jimmy smiling, holding a burger.
That is so creepy. The guy actively suing to kill the brand is still the face of the brand.
It's the ultimate zombie business. It's dead in spirit, but it just keeps walking.
So let's zoom out. What does this all mean for you, the listener? Why should a regular person care about this?
I think it matters because it exposes the myth of passive income and instant scale.
The 4-hour work week dream.
Exactly. This idea that you can just outsource everything and build a massive business without doing the work. This story proves quality doesn't scale effortlessly.
You can have massive scale or you can have total control.
But you probably can't have both. Not when you're 22 and not when your brand promise is perfection.
Yeah, that's the thing. A bad generic burger is one thing. A bad MrBeast experience feels like a betrayal.
It's also a fascinating look at how these creators are growing up. They're not just YouTubers anymore. They're becoming billionaires. They're moving into finance and tech.
Right. The sources say Jimmy's looking into finance and even mobile phones next.
MrBeast Mobile.
Oh, boy.
But here's the final provocative thought I want to leave you with. To do that, to build a bank or a phone company, he has to take on partners again.
You're right. You can't build a 5G network by yourself in Greenville.
You need the establishment. You need the Robert Earls of the banking world.
Exactly. So the question is, can a creator who needs to obsess over every detail, who bangs hangers on tables when things go wrong, can he actually function in that corporate world? Because in finance, a move fast and break things attitude doesn't just get you a bad burger.
It gets you investigated by the SEC.
That is the $5 billion question, isn't it? Is the MrBeast Burger meltdown destined to repeat itself?
Or he might find that the real world doesn't bend to his will quite as easily as the YouTube algorithm does.
Well, that's all the time we have for this deep dive, whether you're eating a burger, a chocolate bar, or just watching from the sidelines. Thanks for listening.
See you next time.